Hey, this is James Campion, the author of Shout It Out Loud, the story of Kiss's Destroyer and the making of an American icon, and you are listening to my buddies Tom and Zeus and the Shout It Out Loudcast. Rock on, boys.
And reports tonight on how destruction is impacting the campus community.
Names of O'Hara Hall, Skid Row, T-Zone, Banff.
Badass motherfuckers.
Somph, sit on my face.
Drinking like fucking ass pre-gaming, as we called it. What is this dorm damage, Bill, on our tuition statement?
Dorm damage?
Well, we only broke like 3 chairs and 4 desks this month.
Is that a positive thing? Bam! That's right. We're back with another episode of Dorm Damage, the show where anything and everything is on the table and the table gets smashed. This is episode 102. And we're back with another list to pick apart. Zeus, what are we doing this week?
This week we are doing Loudwire's 5 hair metal bands whose biggest selling album isn't their best. And this is done by a friend of the show, Sydney Taylor.
Yes.
So let's see what how this goes. Tom, you want to start?
Yeah, so only 5 albums, and of course this is subjective, but we'll see what we think of Sydney's picks here. So we start off with Motley Crue. Their biggest album, and this is by sales and rankings, is Dr. Feelgood. Their best album, according to this article, is Shout at the Devil, and she's 100% correct. Zeus.
I really liked Dr. Feelgood.
Okay,
but Without You might be without the
dude, just
like any most horrendous ballad of the era. It is horrendous.
See, I'll be honest with you. I was all on board for. I started to drift away from Motley Crue right around Girls, 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 and other than the hits, quote unquote, off of Dr. Feelgood, I don't even think I've ever even owned the album, which is shocking. But
Dr. Feelgood's really good.
Okay.
I like a lot of. She goes down. She goes down
without you.
Oh, terrible. But she's absolutely right. Shout at the Devil is their best album. It's not even close.
Next, we go to Def Leppard. Biggest album, Hysteria. Best album, ARC pick, High and Dry. Now this one is depending on what side of the bed I wake up on. It's either High and Dry or Pyromania. It's definitely not Hysteria, in my opinion. Zeus?
I don't know. It could be High and Dry. It could also be Pyromania. I believe I have Pyromania higher than High and Dry.
Yeah.
But, so I would have to disagree with that. But this is like, that's her opinion.
Yeah, of course.
I could hear that argument. She might be right, but I haven't really sat down and been like, let me compare Hysteria to both of them. I love Hysteria. I do too. I'm not a fan of it, but I love Hysteria. It might be a little bit of Use Your Illusion, where they maybe a couple fillers here and there, but it's just sometimes albums are just so great that you just have to find shit wrong with it, just because otherwise it's too boring. There's only a few albums that I don't think anybody has a problem with in history.
Yeah,
one is like Back in Black is one, and
probably Pyromania is another one.
Appetite for Destruction is one, and Pyromania might be another one where I've never heard anybody go, "Yeah, that song sucks."
Yeah.
That kills that album.
The thing for me with Hysteria, I do like Hysteria, but and again, this is not breaking any news. The band was just different because of Rick Allen's accident. So you listen to High and Dry, and then you listen to Love Bites. It's like, I mean, now again, it's a good album, but for me, it's not their best. But it's just a different band. It's a different band. It's
Unmasked versus fucking Animalized. Like,
no, stop
it's
that.
Like way different.
Okay, all right, I understand.
So the reason why I say Animalized is I'm thinking Animalized might be the heaviest.
Okay, I get what you're
versus
saying.
Unmasked is the most pop. I guess.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with her decision.
That's a good one.
2 for 2.
That's a good one. All right, Poison. Breaking news, they don't have a best album, whichever one is the shortest. But their biggest album is Open Up and Say Ah, and their best album is Look What the Cat Dragged In, which I believe I have ranked last out of 65 ARC albums. I'll be honest with you, I honestly think the only Poison album I've ever owned is Look What the Cat Dragged In. I know Open Up and Say Ah has Nothing But a Good Time and Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and it was multi-platinum and blah, blah, blah. Poison's just not a band that I just have carried on in my adult life, put it that way.
You're not a fan of Look, But You Can't Touch?
Is that on Open Up and Say Ah?
Yes.
What is that? Is Unskinny Bop on that? What's that on?
No, that's on the next one. That had Unskinny
Flesh
Bop.
and Blood, or is that Flesh and Blood?
Flesh and Blood. And there was another one. Ride the Wind.
That song's actually not bad. That's kind of a cheesy little tune.
Yeah, and the other one was Give Me Something to Believe In.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind that song.
Yeah, I don't mind those 4 songs.
Yeah, and those are all on Flesh and Blood, right?
Yeah, there's 14 songs on it. What, you a fan of Poor Boy Blues?
I don't even want to know what that sounds like.
But, Open Up and Say Ah has hits. Nothing But a Good Time.
Yeah.
Obviously the big one, number one song, Every Rose Has Thorn. But also Your Mama Don't Dance. That was a crossover hit, though.
For who? You boob, our parents? What the fuck?
It was a crossover pop hit. It made the charts. But I would take Look What the Cat Dragged In over that.
Okay. All right.
I think she's good so far. Three for 3. All right, before we go to the next one, let's take a quick little break.
All right, here's a good one, Zeus, for you to fight over. Whitesnake.
Oh,
biggest album.
Whitesnake.
Another ARC represent. Actually, there's so much ARC represented on this list. It's amazing. Whitesnake, 1987. We just recently did that. Their best album. I'm agreeing with Sydney again here. Another ARC. Slide it in. That's easy.
It's debatable.
For me, it's easy. As we said on the Whitesnake 87, I think that sounds good. I just don't like a lot of the songs. Slide It In, I think, is amazing. And I have it ranked fucked up on my list. I say that every month.
You have Come and Get It ahead of it.
Dude, I must have been on medication or something during that episode.
It's recency bias. We always do that.
Yeah.
You've been listening to something, you're like, wow, I like this song. Fuck yeah. And then what you do is you fixate on a couple albums ahead. You're like, no, that's better than those. But you miss what else you put below it.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it, you're like, wait a minute, how am I putting that ahead of that album? There's no way that's better.
Well, you mean the fact that I have Doggy Style ranked ahead Jar of Flies right now?
All right. So I'm going to really think about this.
Yeah, this is your band.
I think I have 22, and I have Come and Get It at 25. So I got to agree with her then. I
really?
do,
okay.
Sadly, yeah. Come and Get It's got a couple songs that I'm like, yeah. Okay. But so far, listen, every one of these albums, even the Poison ones, aren't that bad.
All right, Zeus, and we'll wrap up the list with yet another ARC representative here. And I think I've heard you talk about your feelings on these albums here. So we'll go with Cinderella. Biggest album, Night Songs. Best album, Long Cold Winter.
This is a great one.
This is a good one. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure. I have, it's one of those, if we listen to Long Cold Winter, I know it's gotten a couple votes in ARC Patreon picks.
Yep.
I don't know if I would put it higher. It might be better. I can tell you probably it's going to get a big strike from me because it rivals Without You. Fucking don't know what you got.
Terrible.
Is horrendous.
It's bad.
That, like, those 2 songs specifically are what was wrong with the ballads.
Yeah.
It's just not believable, sappy bullshit stuff that are not like, compare that to fucking Home Sweet Home.
Yep.
And other Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive or something that moves you and ballady, kind of like, doesn't have to be about love, But
Yeah.
compared to that,
It's not about love.
it's not the
It's not about the dirty
Sanchez,
Sanchez, the rusty trombone.
Cincinnati bow tie.
Cincinnati bow tie. So for me, with Long Cold Winter, so again, it kind of reminds me of like with Def Leppard. It's just a completely, and Sydney references, it's a complete shift in their sound. The songs are more mature. They're a little bit more melodic. There's a little bit of bluesy, kind of Black Crowes, Southern rock kind of sound. Like Gypsy Road is awesome. Coming Home, Last Mile. Like if
you don't like it, if you don't like it, I don't care.
I mean, Night Songs is just like a straight up, like glammy hair metal hard rock album. And it's pretty good. But
it's great.
I think Long Cold Winter, I don't know if Long Cold Winter is better top to bottom. But I don't know. I think that's a good argument right there. I'm not so sure about that particular one. The other ones for me were easy. This one is a little bit trickier for me.
Take Me Back is such a great song. That closing track. It's just a deep.
It's good.
Favorite.
It's real good.
So again, I'm not going to go on a limb and say yes. I don't know. But
this one I'm not sure.
I will tell you, she hasn't gone like off the rails just to be like.
No,
this is their best album. Like Motley Crue, Generation Swine, whatever the fuck that is.
That was so good. That random friggin' Richie Kotzen Poison album or whatever. Which it wasn't bad. I know. I'm just making a joke, but you know what I mean.
But she, everything that she had is a debatable preference.
Yep.
Subjective. I love this list because it's a great conversation.
Me too.
And I thought she hit it out of the park. Good job for her. And that ain't easy compared to some of these lists we review.
Very true. Very true.
All right.
Good job, Sydney.
Till next time. Peace out, Girl Scout. Oh, you over here? Yeah, I'm over here now.
Zeus, it's me. I want to end the show now.
Jesus Christ, Tom. Jesus Christ. Let's end the show now while we got the muscle.